You may be wondering to yourself, Zach, why on earth would you wrap your car? That's ridiculous. And 6 months ago, I would have told you the same thing. And at this current moment, I would also ask you the same thing. So, to tell you the truth, I don't think I have a good answer. Am I starting to lose my mind? Maybe. Is it worth it financially? No. Is it worth it objectively? No. Is it worth it emotionally? Probably not. But it does look pretty damn cool. I must admit. Alright, what's up, y'all? It is currently day one of wrapping the E36. A little bit nervous, but I'm also excited to get started. If I fuck up, it's not a big deal. But first thing first, we're gonna run to Home Depot and get a heat gun, and we're gonna get a spray bottle, and I'm gonna grab some isopropyl alcohol. So we'll just give the car one whole, just good regular wash with like soap. And then I'll spray down everything that I'm wrapping around with isopropyl alcohol, and we should be good to go. I'm probably gonna need to sand certain parts where the paint is kind of messed up or is like fading, or clear coat's fading or failing, or like cracking in certain spots. But I'm just gonna wait until the time comes for that. I'm just gonna take it one step at a time, or else it's kind of overwhelming. So yeah, my goal is just two panels a day. That should get us done in like a week. Then obviously if I get on a roll, I'll just keep it rolling for that day. But yeah, let's head to Home Depot. Gotta pull the staples out. That long boy, a very long boy. Pretty sick nasty. Looks pretty legit, dude. I'm excited for this one. I don't know if you can really pick it up on camera, but kind of like changes the way it looks depending on where you look at it, which is it's like real carbon fiber. So hopefully it look pretty sick. Apparently, I picked the windiest friggin' day of the year.
Treat my customers as a customer. I treat them as my friend.
To friggin' wash my car. Sprayed down some degreaser because it's just like greasy and friggin' gross. I'm gonna wipe the thing down. I couldn't get the headlights off or the friggin' kidney grill, but I can just clean those up when I get to it. I just want to get the friggin' thing washed before it inevitably starts to rain because it's like a friggin' hurricane out here. So yeah, let's hose it down. Alright, y'all, we got the car all washed up, all dried off. I'm about to go eat because I am a hangry boy. But the car looks super freaking naked. I need to pull the taillight seals off because they're just hanging off of there, but it actually looks really clean. Of course, Got like tire marks and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. And there's still some of this stuff. I think I can just kind of scrape it off with my fingers and then I'll just clean it up a little bit more, but everything's pretty dang clean. So first thing we're gonna do is the trunk. I think I can kind of leave all this stuff and just cut around it because it's all gonna be staying. Maybe I'll take this off if I can figure out how to do that, but yeah, everything's all nice and clean. I'm excited to get started, but not as excited as I am to eat this pho. Got the garage closed because it is currently Hurricane Arizona.
This is getting stronger and stronger by the minute, it seems.
Exactly right, Kim.
But yeah, we're gonna get started. So I'm just gonna measure out how much material we need for the trunk. Gonna give it one last wipe down, cut it off the roll here, and start trying to freaking wrap this trunk. I'm just gonna set up a time lapse, because it'll probably take me a bit. Alright, I'm about to go take a break to go eat dinner. I've got the whole top of the trunk glassed. It's taking me way longer than I expected. It definitely looks a lot easier when you watch the professionals doing it on YouTube. But we're making progress. I also messed up a couple spots, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now. And I might come back later and just redo the whole thing, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I should be able to avoid making the same mistake in the future. I just got it way too hot and I burned it a little bit and overstretched it. There's a little tiny one right there, a tiny one right here. Basically I was just stretching it way too much, but the color looks really cool. Even more nervous because this is literally like the easiest freaking panel you could possibly do. It's like damn near straight and horizontal, but I got faith in myself. I was kind of just winging it at first. Now I've kind of got like a method somewhat, but yeah, still gonna try and get 2 panels done today. We're like halfway through the trunk hopefully, but I'm gonna go eat and we'll be back. All right, got some spaghetti in my system, ready to finish this friggin' trunk up. Let's get it. Let's Alright, what's up y'all? That took significantly longer than I thought. Probably took me like 4 hours, way harder than I thought. I literally killed the camera's battery and the entire SD card that I cleared out completely last night. So definitely took a lot. Messed up, overstretched it here. I think I burnt it a little bit. I just gotta be careful with getting it too hot because I had on like the highest heat setting, which is kind of nice because it makes it easier to be quick with it, but got like 4 different spots there. I also forgot, I didn't realize you could take out the lock cylinder and these lights until I was like already finished the top and did the second half. I also think the trunk is probably one of the harder pieces to do, especially 1, I did it in 1 piece. 2, I didn't really realize how difficult this would be. I ended up doing it like 3 times because I like started with these corners and then I would have like too much material in the middle, so I literally had to, that part was hard as frick. So I had to pull both of those back up, start back in the middle. But I'm still stoked on it. It already looks way better than the old paint ever did. I'm still kind of got to put the lights back in, lock cylinder, put the license plate in. Do have a little wrinkle right here. I was kind of rushing in this area, honestly, because it was just frustrating me. Some more wrinkles right here and another tear right here. This one might be covered up with the trim, but I'm gonna vinyl wrap that as well, the same color, so it'll all match up. So we'll have to see there. And then there's One spot I tore through again. It's not super noticeable. Most of the stuff you wouldn't be able to notice from like 5 feet away, but it is there. But this color is freaking awesome. If I stand like right here, literally black, and go over here, green. Pretty sick. I think that's honestly all I'm gonna do tonight. On the other sections, I'm probably just gonna like use knifeless tape if there's any sort of bend like onto like a different axis, because I think that's kind of where I got screwed on the last one. But I think the rest shouldn't be that bad except for the quarter panel. I can do the rear bumper and pretty much everything because of the trim on the BMW. I can kind of split it all into 2 pieces, so it shouldn't be too hard. Front bumper will probably be a nightmare, but I'm gonna finish putting everything on the trunk. It should look pretty sick. What's up, y'all? It's officially day 2. Just took a fresh little shower. Got a big giant pimple on my schnoz, so that's pretty sick. But the trunk is all finished. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the trim above the rear bumper. Alrighty, so we finished up that trim piece below the trunk. Came out pretty good. The only thing that I'm slightly worried about is you can kind of see white in the trunk. So I might just have to spray paint that black or something so it's not really noticeable. But it looks pretty damn good. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some 800 grit sandpaper so I can clean up these little spots on the rear bumper that's kind of gotten messed up. It's still probably going to be noticeable, but we can at least smooth it out a little bit. And I'm also gonna grab a random orbital sander and some 800 grit for this hood, because it is a freaking disaster. Like, I don't know, it's hard to pick up on camera, but it's literally like textured the entire way through. So hopefully we can get that pretty smooth. And yeah, we're just gonna keep on doing one panel at a time. Keep removing. Alright, what's up, y'all? Just ate some lunch. This place called Capriotti's my dad got. It's actually super good. They had like a friggin' sandwich, and it's like turkey, cranberry, and stuffing. It's like Thanksgiving vibes. Pretty good. We also got a random orbital sander, and we got like 400 grit, 600 grit, 800 grit sandpaper for that. I think I'm just gonna hit all the low spots in the rear bumper with some 800 grit. I'm not trying to make it like look perfect. I just want to make sure it wraps good. Yeah, my motto for this is done is better than perfect. So yeah, we're gonna tackle this rear bumper. I'm excited for that because then we'll kind of have the whole rear finished up. So yeah, let's get to work. Got the top half of the bumper all finished up. I'm about to take a break because I'm mildly frustrated. It mostly came out pretty good, except for this corner here on both sides. It's pretty fucked up. It might not look too bad once it's all actually tucked up and everything. I kind of threw the trim on real quick just to see what it would look like, and it should look pretty good once the bottom half is finished. But yeah, that pisses me off a lot, but I don't really know. It's just a weird section because it's kind of not quite flat and it's got a huge curve in it. Not really sure how I could have done that better. but I'm sure there is some sort of a way. But I'm gonna take a break, then we'll tackle the bottom half of this bumper. Alright, it's currently halftime. I'm watching the Dubs game right now, but I'm gonna try and get started on this rear bumper. Got the piece all cut out. It is very hard to cut out those super long pieces, just because you have to unroll it so much, and it's like you just can't physically do that. Maybe if you had 2 people. And it's also freezing in Arizona right now, so I literally just closed the garage. We're gonna run the heat gun to try and warm it up in here. The thing pumps out some heat for sure. So hopefully that'll get us warm. I'm gonna hook the rear bumper back up so that I have kind of a solid place to work with and start wrapping her up. Alright, what's up, y'all? It's officially day 3. We still gotta do the rear, the bottom half of the rear bumper. I gotta run to Harbor Freight real quick because yesterday when I went, I wasn't paying attention because I didn't even know that this shit existed. But I got stick-on sandpaper discs. I've never seen any sandpaper or fucking sander that isn't hook and loop. I don't know why they sell that, but obviously it doesn't work. I'm trying to stick like a piece of friggin' a sticker on a piece of Velcro, so that didn't work. So we're gonna run back, and then it's 6 inches instead of 5 inches. I have a 5-inch sander and it's a 6-inch disc, but I guess I can probably just cut it down, which is kind of ratchet, but should be whatever. Or I can just kind of use it and just be careful with it. So yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna get a bunch of freaking. I'm gonna get a big giant Black Rock fuel because I really want to get more than like 2 pieces done today. Because I mean, technically, I guess I got 2 pieces done yesterday, but like 1 piece is just half the bumper, so like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of not really 2 sections, kind of more like 1.5. So I know I really want to get at least the hood, bottom of that rear bumper, and then maybe like a rear quarter done.
A million, 1 in a million, 1 in a million, 1 in a million, 1 in a million.
I gotta finish this clip before the Bluetooth audio hooks back up. We got our sanding desks, and got my big giant blue Powerade super mega fuel energy drink, and just trying to ramp my energy as high as possible. I'm bumping some bangers. Now we drive back. Alright, honestly this shit is pissing me off to no end. I had like half the bumper done, and then I look over and it's like ripped in like 6 spots, and I try to fix it and it's just not fixable. This shit is ridiculous. Honestly, unless you have the patience of a fucking saint, if you want to do this shit, just don't. Just don't fucking do it. Take my word for it. I'm in too deep and my ego is not gonna let me stop, and I've got the wrap. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'm not gonna be a pussy about it. But if you can afford to have somebody professionally install it, just do that. Just fucking do that. But we're gonna keep marching forward. Alright, what's up, y'all? Just took a lunch break. We got the hood all sanded down, and it's actually pretty smooth. The whole passenger side is still pretty imperfect. I don't know what the hell happened over here. It's very dented and all kinds of stuff, but at least it's not textured. It literally used to have the texture of like this wall, Now it's nice and smooth. I just did 320 grit, 600 grit, 800 grit. 320 took a while because I was just cutting everything down. 600, 800 took a couple minutes. Now we can go ahead and lay on the carbon fiber vinyl wrap. I'm assuming I probably don't want to stretch this one too much just because like it's textured. So I don't know, we'll see what I can do. Hopefully, for the love of God, this one should be easier because it's just fucking flat and horizontal. If I am not able to do this one, I don't know what to tell you guys. So we're gonna give it a little cleanup and then start wrapping this bad boy and start on a time lapse. Alright, memory card is full on the camera, but I'm about to go hang out with my girlfriend, and I made some pretty good progress. Not quite finished, but it's very close. It actually looks very cool. I get, like, when I'm just up close and doing it, I see every little thing wrong with it, and it just makes me freaking furious. But when you take a step back, it actually looks pretty good. So, yeah, there's that, but it looks freaking awesome, especially compared to how it looked before. I mean, when you get up close, it's definitely far from perfect. I forgot to cover up the turbo blanket too, which is a little bit stupid. There's probably a bunch of dirt underneath there. But overall, it's like a solid 6 out of 10. And when you're 10 feet away, it looks freaking perfect. So I'm happy with it. Still got to finish like one more corner, but it looks pretty freaking badass. And yeah, I'm still struggling even with this fucking straight ass hood. So this shit is not easy, but making progress. Alright, what's up, yo? Camera SD card is full, so I gotta record on the phone. I should probably get another SD card because these time lapses eat the freaking SD cards up like it's nothing. But this thing looks so freaking cool. It's so much work. The bumper was a freaking pain in the butt. Messed it up a little bit too. Let me show you guys. It looks so freaking cool. Obviously, it's not quite finished. Still gotta fucking clean up the edges and stuff. But I just put the trim on because I want to see how it looks. It looks so freaking cool. Oh my goodness, I'm so stoked. Like, this is only like literally a third of the car, maybe, not even. But just with the wheels and the color choice is so freaking awesome. So yeah, obviously messed up right there. It kind of tore. I don't really know what happened, honestly. It also kind of hides. I mean, you can still see kind of like spider crack in there, but it's less noticeable. And obviously this part was super hard to wrap because it's all fucked up, and the exhaust goes through right there. It probably would have been easier if I took the exhaust off, but kind of got it done. Obviously bumper's still kind of like halfway on as well, and so is the trim. I don't know what's up with this BMW trim, but it's definitely gonna need some self-tappers. It's like hardly in there. But yeah, it looks so damn cool. I'm so stoked on it. And it literally looks like black if you go to the right angle. Like, that's damn near black. And this is with a freaking light shining directly on it. That is so freaking awesome. I'm so stoked. It's literally such a pain in the butt. This is literally day 5 or 6, I think, and I've gotten 3-4 panels done. But yeah, we're making progress slowly but surely. I'm pretty smoked after doing that bumper. But yeah, get the hood as well. It looks so freaking awesome. Still gotta finish the other hood pin and the hood vents up there, but you can't really tell on video. But yeah, just keep cracking on. Yeah, and with that little crack on the rear bumper, that was my second time wrapping the rear bumper. I was like, there's no way in fucking hell that I'm doing that shit again. It really doesn't look that bad. When I'm doing it, I'm like, this is a fucking disaster. But then you step back like 10 feet and it just looks like a paint chip or some shit. Shout out to the guy at CK Raps on YouTube. He has like a million videos of him fucking wrapping cars and showing you how to do it. So that guy is God himself. And yeah, religious people are gonna call blasphemy on that, but he's close to it, man. He's pretty close. Not really, but shout out to that guy. He's fucking awesome. If you're wrapping a car yourself, definitely check him out. He fucking knows what he's doing. Watching him like wrap these cars, I'm like, bro, I can do this shit. It's fucking easy as hell. And then you start doing it, you're like, yeah, that's not easy. But yeah, we're gonna make it through this. And it's already looking so fucking awesome. I love the color choice. I think it's gonna look so freaking great, especially with the carbon hood. Like, it's just gonna look so damn cool. And we're not even a quarter way done. But yeah, I'm about to get some sleep. I need to clean up. Yeah. All right, what's up, y'all? I've got a 3-day-old melted fuel, and I'm ready to blast off. I feel like I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. I've been pretty much doing nothing but just doing this for the past like week, and we're like a third of the way done. And I feel like I've done mostly the easy parts, because like a lot of these parts, I don't even know how I'm gonna get underneath that seal, but there's no turning back now. So we're in deep. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do this fender. I have to pull the side skirts off so I can get to the bottom. That's it. Let's work. Slowly but surely making progress. The fender actually came out really well because I'm able to freaking take it off the car. I did mess it up twice. First time I did it on a towel and it was just super dirty and it looked like shit, so I just tossed it. Second time, the wrapper, the magnets weren't sticking real well and I wasn't sticking it to the fender enough, so it just fell apart. Just threw it away again. Kind of worried about not having enough vinyl, but we'll see what happens. It still looks like I have a lot, but I still have a lot to go. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rear fender next because it's probably the next easiest and probably the most rewarding for the difficulty level. Also, I'm kind of waiting on the roof because I think I might want to do that in carbon too, because I've been looking. I saw a couple E36s on the internet and like the FADM3s with the carbon roof, and it looks infinitely cooler than the ones with the sunroofs. So that might be the move, but I would have to wait a couple days for that. So we'll see. Something to ponder. Yeah, now we're gonna wrap the rear over fender. Alright, what's up, y'all? About to call it a night. We got the rear over fender pretty much wrapped. The only thing I'm not sure about is the gas cap area. Don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. I'm thinking maybe just cut out like a square in the middle and just kind of push it all through and kind of stretch it out and hope that it doesn't get too bunched up. It's probably gonna get pretty bunched up. I could just heat it up crazy and just push my hand through it. Maybe that would work, but that sounds kind of sketchy. That'd probably be the more fun way to do it, but I'm afraid I'll probably rip it and then that would just massacre the the look. It'd just be a giant white area. We did have one little cut in the quarter panel, or the whatever, quarter. But yeah, it's getting late if you can't tell. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of this for the morning. Just gotta cut all the edges, fold them up and over. It's really nice with the over fenders. This is also, I don't know if I already said this, that was like the easiest panel I've wrapped yet. It's just super flat almost. And yeah, literally, it took like a break in between, but that probably took me like 20 minutes. So yeah, I feel like the door should be easy because it's even more flat than the freaking, whatever that thing's called. But I will have to take the door handle out, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but I'm sure I can handle that. So yeah, it should not be too shabby at all. And I've already got the piece for the door cut out. That's like one of the friggin' hardest parts, especially if you're by yourself, that they don't really show you in videos. Is like cutting the friggin' paper is super hard because it won't stand up by itself. And the stand they gave me barely holds the wrap up like when it's all wrapped up. So when you're trying, it like falls over and you're trying to fucking like hold everything. It's a pain in the butt. So it's nice that we already got that cut out. But yeah, we'll get some good old Z's and get back at it tomorrow. I really just want to finish one side. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough material to do the whole car because about 60 feet, which they say is enough for most cars. But I also have to do the over fenders, which is a whole nother probably 14 feet at least. But yeah, if I can get one side, I'll be happy with that. I don't know if I mentioned this in video yet either, but I kind of want to do a carbon roof. I definitely said this already, but that'd be pretty sick. But I do have to wait, and I still haven't ordered it because I lost my wallet, and I just got my debit card back today. So I could order it right now. I just forgot. But yeah, rambling. Catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, one more thing. Camera battery is currently on 0, but I friggin' that heat gun is a menace, bro. If you leave it near anything, and like I'm trying to like multitask, so I always friggin' leave it next to something. And I left it next to my friggin' lights cord, and it just heated the fuck out of the cord, and it just stopped working. So that's not very lit. It's a little hard to see, especially this wrap is like black, so it's really hard to see the like wrinkles without a light directly on it, like at night, because this light doesn't really do much. But yeah, kind of funny. I don't think it's too expensive, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, what is up, y'all? It's a new day. Just ate some beans and rice. I'm probably about to be tooting up a storm and some coffee. So bells are working overtime this morning or this afternoon. It's a new day. Took a shower. Feel very fresh. Did all my fancy skincare stuff. I'm feeling ready to attack the day. So we still got to tackle this over fender situation. That seam was probably the most fucking horrifying thing I've ever done in my life, but it actually came out really good. I kind of fucked up in the beginning because I was like nervous about using the knifeless tape, so I was like, I'll just try and cut it. And a little nick right there because you just cannot do that with a knife. The only thing I'm worried about is it actually staying down. Maybe I can use like some clear tape right here, because the rest seems good, but this little spot right there does not want to stay down. But it looks super good, and I pretty much ran it along the body line, so I mean on camera you can't even really see it. Now you can kind of see it if I shine the light on it, right? But it looks pretty good, honestly, and like if you're 5 feet away you'd never notice. But kind of stoked on that. I was very nervous, but I think I should be able to get pretty good at doing that going forward. But yeah, it's definitely nervous, but turned out pretty good. Kind of getting better at using the knifeless tape. And you can kind of feel the body line as you're like using the knifeless tape, so I feel like that's the best way to do it. But yeah, I'm a little nervous about that coming up. Might have to put some tape. But yeah, kind of stoked. Went ahead and got the door handle all removed. It was pretty easy because, well, I basically don't have a door. So there's just a pin. There's a little pin that holds it over on this side, I believe. There's a little clip on it. And then this locking ring, it's like a giant nut almost, goes on the back of the lock cylinder. And then there is the trim itself, which I just kind of pried out, and I think I got lucky. I don't think I broke it, but yeah, so we got that out. Now we're just gonna go ahead and sand the door down. It's pretty much ready. There's no trim on it. It got the door handle out, but as you can see, somebody here, probably the previous owner, painted this, and it's like, I don't know if you guys will be able to pick that up. It doesn't really want to focus, but it's like wall texture. Like it's very not smooth. So I'm gonna try and hit it with some 80 grit first. See how that does. If that doesn't do the trick, we can go down to 600. Hopefully we don't gotta go to 320. We'll just throw it on the Orwell sander. Shouldn't take too long though. What's up, y'all? It's a new day. I actually got up early for once, not being a lazy boy today. Feeling ambitious. And I think it's like day 8 or 9. I also got a nay-nay. Gotta get the most brown ones possible, because otherwise it makes my throat feel weird. So I got a nice bruised up one. It's perfect. I got this weird sketchy caffeine drink that has 344 milligrams caffeine right on the brand name. It cost me $1.50 at the store. If you're an energy drink guy, you know Bangs, Rockstar, all those good stuffs. It costs like $3.50. I got both of these for like $1.70. So hopefully it doesn't kill me. I've never seen this shit before, and it's also a little scary that it's on clearance. But YOLO, you know what I mean? I'd risk my life to save $2 for sure. So look at how beautiful banana looks in the early morning sunlight. I'm not gonna eat on camera though, because that's sus. Last night, got most of this fender finished. Just gonna finish up this last edge, which is pretty easy because it's pretty straight. Now I'll probably do the rear over fender, and then you gotta figure out a way to sand the doors without making a bunch of dust. I think I can probably just wet sand it and it should be chilling. And then I can actually do the door. I'll probably do the quarter panels. I ordered the carbon fiber for the roof, so I'm probably gonna have to do that very last, because it'll probably take at least 3 or 4 days to get here. And I'll probably do the actual fenders and the side skirts last, and like the bottom rocker panel, just because I don't feel like taking the side skirts off. I use self tappers and they like have squished themselves into the side skirt, so I can't use a regular friggin' socket wrench. And I have to fucking gonna have to like use the impacts, which means it's like hella long. So I need like freaking adapters and freaking have to freaking jack the car up hella high. I don't know, it would be annoying. So we're gonna start with the over fenders. Alright, what's up, y'all? Just took a little nap. Was having the most fucking insane ass bizarro dreams. Probably because I had 350 milligrams, probably almost 400, because my mom got me a chai tea latte. So a smooth 400 milligrams caffeine. Just took a nap. I feel like I'm traumatized from those dreams, honestly. But you've got the door all sanded down. I hope you guys can see this on camera, because it's hard to tell. I think you can tell a little bit here. What if I crank this down? You can kind of see. It's literally textured like a wall. I sanded it all down with. I went from 300 to 600 to 800, and this shit is smooth as hell. I started with 800 and just laid a piece of wrap on there, and you can tell it's like pretty orange peely looking. Now it should be nice and smooth. It's all degreased. I just gotta figure out a way to get back behind like that front fender area. It's probably gonna be a little difficult. And then I took the window trim off as well. And I'm assuming you can just kind of tuck it under here. I just gotta make sure I clean it real good. I'm not sure how to pull that off. I'm sure it comes off somehow, but I don't know if that's worth it. But yeah. So everything's off. We just need to wrap it. I've already got the piece cut out, and it's freaking about as flat as it gets on a car, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm excited to wrap that. Probably gonna go hang out with the girlfriend soon though, so I'll probably end up doing that tonight. And then I was also thinking, honestly, I don't know if there's really a point to wrap underneath the over fenders where you can't see it, because one, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough material if I do that to do everything. I don't have to wait like too long, and it's also just more work that isn't really necessary. It does kind of seem lazy, but also the whole point is just to change the color, and if you don't really see it, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, got splatters all over this thing. I want to pull it out into the sun so bad, but I think I'm going to do it after I wrap the door. But it's very satisfying how smooth this is. It's kind of crazy compared to how it was before. It's literally smoother than like the actual non-roller painted portion now. But yeah, quick little update. Alright, what's up, y'all? It's a new day. It's probably like day 10 or 11 at this point. I have completely lost count. I genuinely don't have a clue. But say we're almost halfway there, hopefully. Still waiting on the roof vinyl. And I've kind of just cleaned up the garage, cleaned everything up. I want to pull it out just to see what it looks like for a little extra inspiration. We've got the door all finished. Got all the door trim on there. This thing doesn't really go in all the way. Doesn't look like the clips are broken, but maybe they are. But there is supposed to be like a rubber gasket that's supposed to go there that I do not have. It's kind of like dry rotted and just kind of peeled off. So I might have to get one of those. I'm not really sure, but the car looks pretty dang good. So let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Alright, yo, not 100% sure what I'm gonna start on next. Car looks freaking awesome outside. Still definitely got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of white still, but the carbon fiber also looks insane. Like, I feel like you can kind of tell because my hood isn't super straight, but besides that, like, the carbon wrap is so realistic looking. Like, the way it depends, like, with real carbon fiber, it depends like where you're looking at it. It'll kind of like gradient based on where you're standing. It does that, so that's pretty incredible. So I'm excited for the carbon fiber wrap to show up for the roof, and then yeah, I think I just kind of got to think what I'm gonna do from here. The rest is pretty easy. There's not really much body work. I need to body work this rear rocker panel, and then there's a little bit of clear coat fading on the driver's side quarter panel, but it's just like one stripe, so that should be pretty easy. And then figure out whether I'm gonna wrap the whole fender or not. Probably won't, because there's not really any point, but I'll do some pondering, get back to it. God fucking damn it, bro.